Good day, warrior. Welcome to Reset Challenge day number 1. Today we're going to visit just a few postures for 2 minutes. We get you out of here relatively quickly. 2 most important postures. One of the most iconic postures in yoga is the pigeon pose, and the reality is that most people can't do it because they're sitting in chairs and their hips have adapted for sitting in chairs. They're very stiff, rigid, and we feel that way in our bodies, we feel that way in our minds too. So we're going to begin with a nice reclined pigeon to begin the process of opening your hips. And then we're going to end with a nice stretch to open up your chest and shoulders to get them grounded. Teach you what that means. I'd be walking into your day feeling a little bit more open. So I invite you to begin your day, your practice today, on your back, laying down flat on your back, planting your feet, allowing your knees to be bent. Taking a couple wiggles here, just noticing how you feel today. And what we're going to do is inhale, reaching your right leg up towards the sky like you're touching the clouds with the sole of your right foot. And as you exhale, crossing your right ankle over your left thigh, not crawling it. You're making the shape of a 4 here. And this might be more than enough for you in your reclined pigeon. Gently pressing your right ankle into the top of your left thigh into your right ankle. But if you want more, starting to hug your left thigh in towards your chest, you can even reach your right hand through the gap in between your legs, grabbing your left thigh, reaching your left hand to even interlace your fingertips back there. Maybe this feels like enough. And if it doesn't, you can even reach your hands through further to clasp around your left shin. You're trying to keep your hips neutral. If one side feels like it's shrugged up more than the other, see if you can even that out. Feeling the length coming into your right hip, that gentle pressure of the right ankle into your left thigh. And just allowing your breath to breathe naturally. Noticing the sounds of chainsaws in the background. This is just the music of life. It's all good. As I mentioned, we're holding these postures for long periods of time so that we can change the resting length of the tissues in your body. To really improve the length of your tissues, improve your flexibility, your ability to flex. Over the long term, we want to hold these postures for 3 to 5 minutes. And throughout this challenge, I invite you to stay in them longer, to do them more than once per day. And you're only going to reap benefits on the other side. And when you feel like you're ready, just as gently as you got into it, releasing the posture, planting the sole of your left foot, uncrossing your right leg, set your right foot down on the mat for a moment. Just come to this bridge position. Don't move. Just let your body rest. Notice the after effect. What do you feel as a result of this posture? This reclined pigeon. Maybe you feel inspired to take a little bit of movement. Take whatever you feel inspired to do. Maybe it's some twists side to side here. Even if you're like, what I want to do feels really ridiculous, go do it. Your body knows what it needs. And when you're ready, we're going to take the same thing on the other side. Inhaling, reaching your left leg up towards the sky, like you're going to paint the clouds with the sole of your left foot. And exhale, crossing your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Gently pressing your left ankle into the top of your right thigh into your left ankle. Taking a big inhale as we start. If you want to go this far, hugging your right thigh in towards your chest. If you want to clasp and hug your right thigh with your hands, you can. You can even come to the right shin. Keeping that gentle pressure of ankle into thigh. Finding the neutrality in your hips. We're not shrugged up on one side or the other. Coming back to your natural breath and just noticing what it is that's happening there. Often when we're under stress, we start to breathe quickly, shallowly, sharply. Seeing if you end up in that pattern, if you can just release it, allowing yourself to come back to a natural flow of breath, like waves rolling up the seashore. It's in this state, the state of calm coherence, or centeredness, as we call it in yoga, that your tissues can really release and let go. If you find that you're experiencing that stress, that sharp breathing, then you are too far in the posture right now. I urge you to back out of it a little bit. Maybe you're not. Maybe you can take yourself a little deeper. When you're ready, gently releasing that posture, right foot coming down to the mat, uncrossing your left leg, planting the sole of your left foot to the mat, and just staying here, no movement yet. Just notice the after effect. What do you feel coming into the body? Now, if you feel inspired to do so, take in any movement that feels right. Take some twists. And when you feel like you're ready, we're just going to continue a little twist, making your way over onto your belly. I'm going to move so that I can face you in this one. And you might decide to grab a little pillow or a block, a tissue box for this one to rest your head on. Laying flat on your belly, let's bring your hands underneath your shoulders like we're going to do a push-up. And you're going to make a sound like a metal singer or a cat vomit. That's going to zip your front ribs in to neutral. Send your right arm out to the side to a T, grounding through your right palm. Creep your fingertips further away, feel length. And imagine lifting just your elbow towards the sky. You'll get a little bit of depth there. We want to make sure that we don't start locking, hyperextending into the elbow on this one. As you inhale, starting to roll onto your right hand side, use your left hand to help you roll. Do a little chest stretch. As you exhale, you can reach your left leg over the top of the right, coming deeper into this. This is called an open wing. And I want your neck to be relaxed, so take that pillow, that block, that blanket, whatever you got, and rest your head on it here. If you feel pain inside of any joints, like your right shoulder, your right elbow, back out of it. You might just be 1 inch into this, and that's perfect. We want to feel the lengthening in the muscle bellies, so somewhere in between joints. While you're here, just coming back to that relaxed breath and really feeling your breath in the left side of your rib cage. As far as your left leg, you can plant the sole of your left foot on the floor. You could stretch your left leg out as well. It doesn't even have to be back there. It could still be in front of your body. Your legs could be stacked. You get to pick. Releasing any gripping, any clenching in your jaw. And in any other muscles that you notice that you're holding on to, that you're trying to control. Opening up your shoulder, your chest, even your back, even your hip, your rib cage. Everything is connected. If you want to take it deeper, you can start reaching your left hand back behind you. Maybe you can plant the left palm to the floor. You'll start noticing tinglies in that right arm. That's okay, as long as it's not nerve pain. And when you're ready, take a big in-breath. Exhaling to release back to your belly. Removing that pillow, sitting to the side. And before you move, just leave your right arm out there. Set your head on the back of your left hand. Just notice the blood flow coming back into your right arm. And if you feel inspired to take a movement here, you can absolutely do that. I'm going to reach my left arm out overhead. I'm going to take a little shoulder roll. So I'm just going to lift my right arm up towards the sky. My body's going to start rolling. Keep my right knee down, so I'm not going to overdo it here. I'm going to exhale right back down. Come into my starting position, that push-up prep. Hands underneath the shoulders, and zipping your ribs in. We're going to take the opposite side here, and you're going to get to see my back on this one. Sending your left arm out to the side to a T, rounding through your left palm, creeping the fingertips, finding that length, little dome in the elbow to find your depth, round through your left palm. As you inhale, starting to roll onto your left-hand side. As you exhale, you can reach that right leg across, wherever you want to go with it. Take that pillow, that block, that blanket, and support your head. I want neutral there. Notice how this side very likely feels totally different than the other side. One of my yoga teachers reminded me to treat each side of your body as though it's a completely different body. To release and surrender our expectations of the left side being anything even remotely like the right. Remember, if you feel anything in the joints, like the elbow, inside your shoulder, coming out of this, you might just be 1 inch into the little twist. If it doesn't work at all, drop in the comments, drop me a DM, let me know. Breathing into the right side of your rib cage. If you want to take this deeper, you can even reach your right arm back behind you, palm to the floor, if that feels right. Letting go of any control, any contraction in your muscles. And when you're ready, gently releasing back to your belly. Leaving your left arm out there. Before you move, just noticing what you feel. The after effect of the posture. You can rest your head on the back of your right arm. Sending your right arm out overhead. If you want to take a little bit of movement here, I invite you to do it. I'm going to take a little shoulder roll. Ground through my right palm. Starting to lift my left arm. Keep my left knee down. Just rolling through my spine as far as I can go. Without losing my left knee and hip. Before coming back to center. Making your way to a kneeling or seated position. Just taking a few moments, a few breaths to evaluate the after effect of that entire reset practice today. What do you feel? And what do you feel mentally and emotionally? Because all this stuff is tied together. Drop in the comments, let me know how today's practice worked out for you and how you're going to implement it throughout the day. Because my urge for you is to do this again, not just once, but spread this out throughout the day. 3 to 5 minutes is the goal. We did it for 2, so challenge issued. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in day 2. Bye.